I'm going to tell a story from a different part of the world. For 400 years, 12 million people were taken from their land from the west side of Africa and brought to the Americas. 12 million people. They came in ships. They had their feet and their hands shackled, chains and cages. And they were brought there, or here, as biological machines that would build the new world. Out of those 12 million, 5 million of them went to Brazil. Just to give you a sense of what we're talking about, it's 20 times the size of St. Louis. Out of those 5 million men and women and children, there were my ancestors. I don't know their names. I don't know who or how they look like. I don't know what they loved. I don't know how they smelled. Centuries later, I was born out of the love of a white woman and a black man in one of the most racist countries in the world. And I grew up with that. I grew up with the soul of a colored man, but in a white world. And you can imagine how that kind of messed me up. Because I saw myself in one way and the world was looking at me in a totally different way. And at some point, as I grew older, those frameworks did not work anymore. The things and the frameworks and the tools I had to read the world around me were not working anymore because there was disconnection there. Then as everything was crumbling and my faith and spirituality, the structure of my understanding of my own kind of spiritual work and soul was kind of breaking down, I talked to a friend. And this friend said, I think you might like these guys, the Lumen guys, like you might be ready. He's here, this friend. You're going to like this. And I went to a few councils and I was just like, oh, there's really something here. Couldn't get it though, but there was something there. And that was space. Went to my first MROP. It was like this last spring. In the solo day, I went to the woods. It was cold as hell. Probably the angel had already quenched. It's just like the hell there. It's just like, it's pretty cold. But the cold was my teacher. And I had an encounter with the divine there. My only job was to show up. And the divine encountered me. And the way he encountered me was I was reunited with my ancestors. We danced. We talked. I was one of them. There were no shackles, no chains, and no cages. When I came down from that experience, I was introduced to another of our poets, Hafiz. Some of you know this poem very well. Just try here. The small man builds cages for everyone he knows, while the sage has to keep his head down when the moon is low, keeps dropping keys all night long to those beautiful and rowdy prisoners. And that's when I understood that that's what I want to do with my life. That's what I wanted to do with my life. Because this is what I can do that my ancestors could not do. And that's my way of honoring them, is to do what they were not able to do. And here I am. And I would like to invite you to join me in that as well. To join me in this beautiful task of dropping keys. There are not only 1,000 men out there, there are many thousand of men out there that need to be reunited to their own self. And this is the space, or one of the spaces, that they can do that safely with love. Thank you.